Jerusalem is aiming to become a model city for coexistence in the Middle East by helping the Arab residents integrate into the workforce. They want to do it by replacing hatred in the Palestinian Authority school books with Hebrew. The international community regularly criticizes Israel for the living conditions of Palestinians. Jerusalem Mayor Fleur Hassan-Nahoum argues those critics are the problem, however, for funding education that incites hatred by using Palestinian Authority textbooks.
And why is that bad? Unfortunately, we have incitement in that curriculum, we have glorification of martyrdom, complete denial of the existence of Israel.
Arabs make up 37% of Jerusalem's population, and almost all of their children study the PA curriculum. Hassan-Nahoum says beyond the hatred, there's a practical side to the problem.
For me, as somebody here who's worried about all the children in my city, they don't teach any Hebrew and terrible English, which means that when they're 18 years old, these kids graduate, they cannot be integrated into any economic opportunity, any quality employment, any higher education here. And so what the curriculum does is a curriculum of institutionalizing poverty.
The Palestinian Authority wants its future capital in the eastern part of a divided Jerusalem. Israel opposes that idea. Most Arabs living there have resident status with many of the same privileges of Israelis.
When we polled them, 50% of Arab families want to be part of the Israel curriculum. The Israeli curriculum is an Arab curriculum. It's not a Zionist curriculum. All we're doing is taking out the incitement and bringing in Hebrew as a second language.
Many of the Arab schools are under the UN body that's taking care of Palestinian refugees for more than 70 years.
We have school books here which honor murderers throughout the books and talk about dying for the right of return. This is wrong. This is not appropriate for a United Nations agency.
Researcher David Bedine has studied Palestinian textbooks and UN facilities for years.
Every Jewish city is replaced with an Arab name so that children grow up with the idea that there is no Israel, a Zionist entity that has to be ignored and or wiped out.
That's why Bedine and Hassan-Nahoum want to see donor nations restrict funding until there's a change.
There's 54% of the funds that they will give UNRWA goes to education. We're saying something very simple. Put that on the side in escrow, make them change their curriculum, take out the incitement, give them opportunity in that curriculum, bring them technological subjects instead of hatred and paramilitary activity.
If the international community gets on board, Hassan-Nahoum says the impact would be far-reaching.
And there's no reason why the Arab community should not be part of the prosperity of the startup nation of Israel. And this is what we're doing here. And Jerusalem is the arena where this is going to play out, but it's going to be good for the entire country and hopefully peace and coexistence in the entire region.
Alpha, Omega.